Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I start in the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent. I praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for making us Muslims, instilling faith in our hearts and rejecting the false beliefs of society, man-made laws and man-made beliefs. This trial today was an indication of the fallacy of freedom of speech and democracy. This trial today, the verdict was given out. We already knew the verdict before the trial started. The Prime Minister was condemning our protest. The media was already giving the verdict months before. The public was calling for our arrest. The MPs was calling for our arrest. In other words, the verdict was inevitable. And we saw the magistrate slipping our tongue twice in there, saying, "Well, I convict you," before even the defense advocates can make the final submission. So we already knew what the verdict was. We, our brothers over here, we're not surprised by this, because this is a symbolic battle between Islam and Kufr. You may see is a Section 5 is a little thing. Yes, that's a little thing. But in political arena, we can see that there's a battle taking place between Islam and Kufr, Islam and disbelief. There is battle taking place here in Britain by the British government against the Muslim community in UK. How the Muslims are being witch hunted in this society. How the Muslims are being vilified and criminalized while we expose the atrocities committed by the British government in our land which they occupy, in our land which they bomb every day and every night, in our land when we see our children of Islam being massacred by the British and the American government, when we see in our lands all these B-52 bombers carpeting our children and our women and our brothers. This is a war against Islam and Muslims, no doubt about it. The war against terrorism, the war against extremism, the war against fundamentalism is in fact a reality, a war against Islam and Muslims. Therefore, we are undeterred by the verdict today. We will never stop exposing the British government and the British soldiers, the butchers of Basra, what they've been doing in our land. We will never be silent about this. You can impose on us thousands of fines, thousands and thousands of jail sentences, but we will never stop on this aspect. Let the people know that British soldiers have been committing atrocities. We can see the Chilcot inquiry, which is revealing the reality in Iraq up to an extent, how the British soldiers have been committing murder, have been involved in rape, have been involved in killing man, woman and children. Therefore our protest on that day was to bring those to light. But the public didn't want it, British government didn't want it, but your media didn't want it. We will do whatever necessary, and I repeat, we will do whatever necessary to highlight this fact to the world, how the British government is an enemy of Islam. We can see the history, the British government been campaigning crusade after crusade, centuries of crusade against Islam and Muslims. How they've been committing atrocities in our land, occupying, dividing, instilling despotic rulers in our countries, infesting our land with those savage soldiers killing our brothers and sisters. Therefore, we will never silence on this matter. We will never stop on this. British government in this country over here invited the Muslim community in 1950s to do the dirty work in this society with an open visas. But today they backstab them by arresting their sons and daughters in this country for speaking the truth. They backstab them by forcing them to be integrated with the disbelieving society. They backstab them by forcing them to become disbelievers by rejecting Islam and adopting secularism, adopting democracy. Therefore our message for our brothers in Iraq, in Afghanistan, our women and our children, and our Muslim Ummah over there. Oh my Muslim Ummah, we are with you. We suffer the way you suffer. We are in pain the way you are in pain. We feel what you feel. When they bomb you, they bomb us. When they attack you, they attack us. When they do atrocities against you, they commit over here with us. We are with you, my my brothers. So have firm belief in Allah. Allah will find a way out for you. Be patient on Islam. Be truthful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, Allah is Al-Fattah, the one who opens the way for you. No doubt. And our message goes out to all those brothers and sisters who are doing utmost effort to protect the life of our Muslim brothers and sisters in abroad, to our Muslim sisters and to our Muslim brothers and our Muslim children in our lands. I say to them, be firm upon the truth. Continue your struggle to support your ummah. Continue your struggle to help them. Continue to struggle to liberate your land. Continue to struggle to protect the lives and the lives of the innocent man and woman and children, which the British government today is killing. And no doubt, our case and what's happening in Iraq and Afghanistan, all of this highlights one key aspect, that the British government is a puppet of America, the head of the snake. How they use the British soldiers to kill our women and children. How they use the British soldiers to commit atrocities in our land. Therefore, we urge the British public, open your eyes. For how long you going to make the Muslims suffer in this way? For how long you're going to allow the British government to make the Muslims suffer in over there and over here in your doorstep? This is the clear message for the British public. Open your eyes. This is the time for you to reject democracy and adopt Islam. We can see the need for Sharia. We can see the failure of the judicial system, how it's been forced by political agenda. Therefore, Muslims can never have justice in your society. We urge you to think about this matter and ask Allah for forgiveness, because you've been supporting your troops who are committing atrocities. They are sinful, and if you support them, know by Allah, Allah will account you. There's a painful punishment awaits for those people on the day of judgment. Therefore, ask Allah to forgive you and turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And my message to the Muslim community in Britain. Yes, you may see what did our protest achieve. Let me tell you, my brothers and sisters, British government been backstabbers for us, against us for too long. These brothers and sisters, they've been killing over there. They're our brothers and sisters. We can never forget about them. We can never leave their pain. We should come out and condemn them and expose them. And one of the things that we have achieved through this protest, this fact that we've taken the British government by its neck and forced freedom and democracy down his throat, because we saw them how they don't accept it when it comes to Muslims speak out, but when they come to attacking the Prophet, attacking Islam, attacking the woman, the hijab issue, they always say this is freedom of speech. They cower around this, but when it comes to the Muslims, they are cowards. They can't challenge their own, they can't face the Muslim when it comes to these sort of debates. And lastly, this society thinks we, the Muslim, ask brothers over here, we are weak amongst you, amongst the 58 million population over here. You see us weak over here. But let me tell you this, by Allah, we the Muslims Ummah is going to establish Sharia in this country. And not only here, we're going to be establishing Sharia. The black flag of Islam will be on over 10 Downing Street. And in America, in White House. By Allah, we Muslims are going to come and conquer over you. And know this, the Prophet ﷺ told us that the authority of my Ummah has spread to the east, to the west. And the Islam will be dominant. Muslim Ummah is going to be an authority one day. And he said, Islam will spread city to city, wherever there's day and night. And whoever accepts Islam will be dignified, and whoever rejects Islam is humiliated. So no, embrace yourself for the coming of Islam. Victory for Islam, victory for the Muslims. Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar! Takbir! Allahu Akbar!
Chavis, what are you doing now?